It's like their eyes, it captures their perspective as they move and look around.
And if we connect that to...
Oh, go for it.
When they turn their head backwards, the glasses and the head-mounted tablet are shooting or filming the back direction, unlike the chest that is still pointing forward.
Okay, that's a really great clarification. Thanks for pointing that out.
Yeah, so when they turn their head backwards, both the glasses and the tablet record that direction.
Unlike the phone, which is still pointing forward, so we need to keep that in mind.
Right, and that's a key difference to think about with the tablet and those glasses.
Yeah, that helps explain why there are so many recording devices in this setup.
It really shows how the different devices are used to capture different perspectives.
And it's useful to remember that the phone isn't always filming the main scene, right?
Okay, so let's unpack this. What does the head-mounted tablet do exactly?
Well, we know from the source material that they use it to transfer media files.
And that happens from both the micro SD card... Oh, go for it.
Yes, the head-mounted tablet has also a camera, and it can record to the local device or stream to YouTube Live or any other streaming server.
Oh, wow, that's a really important detail. Thanks for adding that.
Yeah, so the head-mounted tablet has a camera too. That's great to know.
Okay, so it's not just for transferring files. It can also record.
Exactly, and it can record locally or stream to YouTube Live or other servers.
Wow, so it's another live streaming device in addition to the phone.
If we connect that to the bigger picture, it gives us a much better idea of the workflow.
Okay, so the tablet can record its own footage. That's really interesting.
Yeah, and that explains... Oh, yeah,
The tablet is mounted on the head of the videographer, therefore is a point of view videography.
Okay, yeah, that's a really important point. It's mounted right on the head.
Right, like we were just saying, it's like an extension of the person.
It's not like the phone, which can be angled and moved around. It's on their head.
Exactly, and that's a key difference between the phone of the tablet and even those goggles.
And it also makes sense why they use rubber bands to keep the phone stable, right?
Yeah, and to keep it out of the way of the head-mounted tablet. Ah, okay, thanks for that clarification.
Yeah, so it's the head-mounted tablet, and it is mounted on the head.
It's like we were just saying, it's an extension of the person, a viewpoint from their eyes.
Right, it's not a separate camera, it is attached directly to them, which changes its role.
And like you mentioned earlier, it's not like the phone, which points forward or sideways.
Yeah, and it really changes how we have to think about how they are recording. So it's like the tablet is part of them, and the phone is somewhere else.
And it might be why they need those rubber bands, to keep the phone steady.
Okay, so that makes sense. It's not always filming the main scene, but the person, right?
Right, and it's important to remember how they might change that angle with the crossbody setup.
What's fascinating here is how all of these devices are working together to capture everything.
Yeah, and the tablet also gives them another point of view, not captured by the phone. Okay, so let's keep that in mind and continue unpacking it all.
So the tablet is recording from their perspective, but also transferring data.
We have to remember that it's also streaming live to YouTube.
Right, so it's not just a recording device, it's part of the live system.
And like we were talking about earlier, it's also for out of class too.
If we connect that to the bigger picture, we can see how all of these parts fit together. Yeah, if we connect this to the bigger picture, it makes sense of all the angles, right?
Exactly. So the phone and tablet, they have totally different jobs, right?
And they're working together as part of this complex system, and they can both stream.
And the head-mounted tablet. Oh yeah, let's hear it.
The 360 camera can be mounted on the instructor desk or mounted on a mobile cart for field trips.
Oh, that's a great point. Thanks for mentioning that.
Yeah, that's really helpful. Makes a lot of sense.
So the 360 camera isn't just one fixed thing. It can be moved around.
Right, so it could be on the desk or even on a mobile cart during those field trips.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, it's about flexibility, right?
Yeah, like it could be stationary or also come with them to those field trips.
Oh yeah, let's hear it.
Yes, it is mounted on a neck monopod.
Okay, that's great. Thanks for that clarification. It's mounted on the neck.
Yeah, that helps us visualize.
Hey, yeah, what's up?
It's a neck goose monopod that is mounted on the instructor's desk or on the handle of the mobile cart. So it can redirect and readjust according to the target that is shooting.
Okay, that's really fascinating. Thank you for that additional detail.
Yeah, so it's not just mounted on the neck, but it's a neck goose monopod.
Exactly, and that monopod can be mounted on the desk or the mobile cart.
And like you said, it can redirect and readjust to target whatever they're filming.
Right, so that really explains how flexible the 360 camera is.
And that also makes a lot of sense with the instructor using it during the field trips.
It's a good way to think of it. The 360 camera.
Ah, yeah, uh-huh.
And on top of the gooseneck, there is also a telescopic monopod. So if the instructor wants to raise the camera, he can extend the telescopic monopod to make it way higher up, so the view can be widened and heightened.
Okay, wow, that's a really great detail. Thanks for adding that.
Yeah, so it's not just a gooseneck, but also a telescopic monopod on top.
Right, so they can make the camera taller whenever they need to.
And that really helps. Oh, yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah, and the bottom has a clamp. And this spring-loaded clamp can be mounted either on the desktop of the
Okay,
instructor.
that's great. Thanks for that detail. It has a clamp on the bottom.
Yeah, so the monopod doesn't just sit there, it's clamped in, which makes sense.
It really helps to complete the picture of how it all works together.
Okay, so it's not just the monopod, but there is a clamp at the bottom.
And that clamp lets them attach it to different things like the desk or the mobile cart. Yep, go on.
This is a spring-loaded clamp which can be released by squeezing the clamp and mounting it on another device, such as the handle of a mobile cart.
Okay, that's a fantastic detail. Thanks for clarifying that.
Yeah, so it's not just a clamp, but a spring-loaded clamp.
And you're saying they can release it by squeezing it? That's so smart.
Yeah, like they just squeeze it and then they can attach it.
And you can mount it on anything, even the handle of a mobile cart.
Okay, so it's very versatile. It's not a fixed device.
Exactly, and that spring-loaded design makes it easy to move.
Yeah, so they can squeeze and move it and reattach it quickly.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, it shows how adaptable it is.
Okay, that's a really great detail. Thanks for adding that in.
Yeah, so it has a clamp at the bottom, and that really completes the picture.
So it's not just a monopod, but a clamp to hold it all in place, right?
Exactly. If we connect this to the bigger picture, it shows how adaptable it all is.
Yeah, it's like they can attach the camera to all kinds of different things with the clamp.
And that clamp gives them stability and flexibility at the same time.
Yeah, that's a great... Oh, yeah. Go on.
The clamp has Velcro straps that if the pressure is not stable enough, the videographer can extend the Velcro strap and strap it to the handle of the mobile cart.
Okay, that's fascinating. Thanks for adding that detail.
Yeah, so it's not just a spring-loaded clamp, but it also has Velcro straps.
Right, for extra stability. If the clamp isn't quite enough, that's clever.
It's like a backup plan if it is not tight enough.
Exactly. They can use the Velcro straps and attach it to the cart.
So like you've thought of everything, even Velcro straps.
Yeah, and that shows how adaptable it is, right?
So it's a spring clamp and Velcro straps for extra support.
It is. Like, they've made sure it's secure, even outdoors.
Right, and that it could be attached to many different things.
So with the clamp and those straps, it's not going anywhere.
With the telescopic monopod, the 360 camera can go higher, right?
Exactly. So it's not stuck at one level with that monopod and the clamp.
Like they've thought of everything, even a telescopic monopod and a clamp.
It is like a portable tripod that you can clamp on anything for stability.
Yeah, and we can really see how they've built this whole system for field trips now.
Okay, so let's put it all together. We have the phone, the tablet, the goggles, and 360 camera.
And the 360 camera is on that gooseneck monopod with a telescopic monopod and a clamp.
And the clamp has Velcro straps, too, for even more support, and that can be attached to the mobile cart.
And all of this could be moved around for field trips and also in the classroom, too.
Yeah, and we also have the phone on the chest with the rubber bands, all for that live stream, right?
Right, it really highlights that this is a complete system for various environments.
And that's how they are getting all of...
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
And this mobile cart has 4 swiveling 360-degree wheels, so it can easily turn around, as well as be packed in a bag.
Oh, that's a fantastic detail. Thank you for that.
Yeah, that really helps us picture the whole setup.
So the mobile cart has 4 swiveling wheels that can turn 360 degrees.
It sounds like it can move around really easily.
Exactly, and that explains how it is moved so quickly during the field trips.
Yeah, so the cart is not just mobile, but it can turn easily, too. Ah, that's a great point. Oh, back to our listener.
And
What's up?
it is also a folding mobile cart, which can be easily folded into a small package and packed into a bag to go.
Oh, that's incredible. Thanks for adding that detail.
Yeah, so the mobile cart also folds up for easy transport. That's great.
It really highlights how flexible the whole system is.
And that also makes sense why they have all of those clamps and straps, too.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, it shows how much they've thought this through.
Okay, so now we have a better picture of the mobile cart. Thanks for that detail.
Yeah, and that helps explain how they can move so easily during the field trips.
So the problem is on this oh, go for it.
Yeah, the mobile cart is a plastic mobile cart, but it has a cover. So the videographer can sit on it like a chair.
Okay, that's a great detail. Thanks for telling us about the cover.
Yeah, so it's not just a regular cart, it's plastic with a cover. That's helpful.
Right, so it's a plastic mobile cart and it also has a cover.
Exactly, and it helps to know it's made of plastic with that extra layer of protection.
Yeah, so it's durable.
Oh, go for it.
This way, the videographer can sit on the mobile cart while shooting live video from the extended handle with the unipod strapped with a clamp to the handle of the cart.
Oh, that's a really interesting image. Thanks for pointing that out.
Yeah, so you're saying the videographer can actually sit on the cart. That's wild.
And it makes sense, right? Using the extended handle for stability while they're sitting.
And they're using the clamp to attach the tablet, right?
Exactly. So the cart isn't just for the camera, it's like a seat, too.
It's like a mobile workstation, and you're helping us unpack it all. Thanks.
Yeah, like you're saying, it's plastic and has a cover, which makes a lot of sense, right?
If we connect this to the bigger picture, the cover is probably for protection while moving.
Right, and it's all part of that same system for mobility and organization. Oh, yeah, uh-huh.
And the cover protects the content of the mobile cart, so the content of the mobile cart doesn't get wet if it rains. The videographer simply covers it with a cover.
That's a great point. Thanks for mentioning that. It keeps it dry.
Yeah, so it's not just about protecting the cart, but the stuff on the cart, too.
Exactly, and it's what allows them to redirect and readjust that camera so quickly.
Okay, so now we have a better idea of how that 360 camera works with that telescopic monopod and the clamp and even Velcro.
And the rubber bands are there to hold the phone and to keep it from moving too, right?
Okay, so it's a plastic cart with a cover to protect everything and keeps it dry, too. That's great to know.